edition of the SAU Baseball Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside head baseball coach Steve Browning. And Coach, last weekend, weather kind of played a factor. Even though we weren't playing at home, still we're waiting to see when you were going to play. The series with Harding eventually got pushed back to Sunday, Monday to help kind of allow for their field to dry up a little bit. They kind of got hit hardest whenever we got the bit of rain we got Wednesday of last week. And so the series with Harding played Sunday and Monday, the doubleheader Sunday, a single game on Monday. You come out in that first game on Sunday, and really things are clicking early on offensively. You rack up, I think, 10 hits over the first 3 innings, end up with 15 in that game on route to a 8-2 win. Game 2 sort of falters a little bit, wind up losing that game, but then your team bounced back in the series finale and took that one 5-3, and also it was good to see Landon Simpson back out there in a starting role in that final game. So talk about that series as a whole, winning the series, but I think you probably feel that there could have been more.
Yeah, I do, but obviously, like we say every weekend, we want to sweep a series, but to win it, Harding is a tough place to play, and it had been friendly to us, and I think, and I could be wrong, but I think it was 2009 was the last time we actually won a series there. And I know we kind of alternate every other year or whatever, but so to get out there and get a series win was big. Game 1 was awesome, and we came out and the guys were, they were just, the offense, their approach was really good that day, and they were taking what the pitcher was giving us and using the backside of the field for hits, and we weren't racking up the runs, but we were racking up the hits, and it was just it was 3 here and 1 here and 1 here, and it just felt like every inning we come out we were tacking on a run, and had a good pitching performance by Tabor, and got out there with that the first game, which is obviously important. And like I said, game 2 didn't go the way we'd like for it to go. Hats off to them, they came out and we were cruising we were actually cruising along there. I think we were up 2-0 with Mayo on the mound, and then they just they had the one big inning, and we didn't help them defensively with a couple of drop fly balls that could have changed the outcome of that inning and maybe even the game, but it didn't happen. And then which leads us into Monday, where it's a winner take all type thing. We were fortunate enough to, it was some really bad baseball on Monday on both sides, both teams, and we just made a couple more plays than they did, I guess, and had a couple more hits than they did to get the win out there. But at the end of the day, it was good to see Simpson back out there and throw really well, and get away with a series win. Because this time of year, and we all know it just gets, as you get closer and closer to the end of it, those games magnify, and so to get out there with a series win, was better than the alternative.
There was no midweek game scheduled this week. There was some talk maybe picking up a game, but whenever the series with Harding shifted to Sunday, Monday, that kind of took those plans out of the way. And so now the upcoming games are this weekend. Arkansas Tech coming in. You're back at home. 7-game homestand. This will start off. You got back-to-back conference weekends at home, mix in a midweek with Harding next Tuesday. And so it hadn't really felt like the team has been at home often, because they really haven't, but it's also been inconsistent home play. So knowing that you've got 7 in a row starting up this weekend, what do you think that'll do for your team, just having that consistency of playing at home?
Well, the weather's nice right now, and it's warm, and that always helps. And like I said, just the mindset of playing at home. Our home record's really good, and yeah, we did have to shift the one series we lost that home series that would have been here, that we had to move to Kennedale. But knowing that we're at home for 7 games, guys, they need to take advantage of that, and hopefully that home streak that we have going, that home record, I should say, I think we're 11-1 or 12-1, somewhere along there. Hopefully we can just extend that and play good at home, play good in front of our fans, and it's a big weekend. It's a big weekend for Arkansas Tech. It's a big weekend for the whole conference, and so I'm not the only one that's going to sit here and say, oh, this is a big weekend for you. It's big for everybody. As you're closing out the season here, and we're fighting to try to climb the rankings, and they're fighting to make sure they stay in the in the contention for a postseason play, and so there's a lot on the line for both teams. And so I don't expect anything but well-played baseball, and 2 teams that are going to get after it, that maybe don't like each other, being in state and played for many years, but at the end of the day, that's what makes it fun, and hopefully our guys respond.
We appreciate it very much for your time again. Head baseball coach Steve Browning, he and his Meal Riders at home, starting off a 7-game homestand, first with a 3-game slate against Arkansas Tech this weekend. First game will actually be regularly scheduled for once. It'll be played Friday at 6 p.m. and then doubleheader at 2 on Saturday. If you can't make it out to the ballpark, be sure to check MealRiderAthletics.com for all your pre- and post-game coverage of the series. Coach, we appreciate it, and best of luck.
Thank you.